Hi, my name is Kevin Miller, and I thought the best way to introduce myself to you would be to talk about a funny, traumatic experience from my childhood. In my life, there's a couple moments that I will never ever forget for as long as I live. And the most infamous one was dubbed the Goose Incident. This incident shows why life can get a little weird, a little hectic sometimes, but all you gotta do is go with the flow. Being 16 and going to a STEM conference, I thought would be the highlight of my life. But as I learned, not everything is as it seems. The STEM conference was about a week long, and up until the Thursday of that week, everything was going perfectly. On the grounds of this conference, there was this pond, and a flock of about 60 geese were chilling around this pond, and they chilled all day, every day. They didn't do anything. We didn't bother them, they didn't bother us. That Thursday afternoon, I was walking towards the dining hall, and me and the leader of the flock had made eye contact with each other. And the second we made eye contact, the goose started walking towards me, and then I started fast walking it away because geese are vicious creatures, and I didn't want to deal with that, especially a flock of 60 of them. So as I start walking away, it starts walking closer to me, and then due to the flock nature of a flock of geese, the rest of the geese started coming along for the ride. So now there's 60 geese and me trying to book it towards this dining hall. I start walking even faster, they start honking, and then they start snapping at me, and I know I'm in trouble, so I start booking it as fast as I possibly can towards this dining hall. And as I'm running, I feel about a dozen pair of eyes behind me, and I turn around, and then they start snapping at me, even harder than they were before. And as I'm about 30 feet away from the dining hall, the leader of the flock, the one that had originally started walking towards me, caught my pant leg. And I was running as fast as I could, and, I got stopped. So I started to trip, and being only about 30 feet away, I knew that I had almost a life or death situation at this point. So I try my best to pick myself back up, and when I'm about 5 feet away from the door, I see it open and someone is coming out. So I quickly pick myself back up as much as I can, and I push that person back in the door, slam it behind me with as much force as I can muster because I was tired at this point. And then I take a moment for myself just to relax, and then I turn around, and the leader of the flock and me make eye contact with each other again, and it honks at me, and me trying to be the funny person honks back at it, and then it walks away, and we go about our separate business. I breathe a sigh of relief. I go get some well deserved lunch at this point, and then I go about the rest of my week. No issues. This incident shows why life can get a little weird, a little hectic sometimes, but all you gotta do is go with the flow and you'll be perfectly fine. In conclusion, life tends to throw weird scenarios at you, but they often make you stronger and wiser in the future. In this case, weird definitely fit the bill. The moral of the story is don't mess with geese, but if you do, you better be prepared to run.